It's Monday. It's morning.
And it's macabre.
Whoa, what is this you're thinking? That scone sounds different this week.
I had a surgery.
He had a surgery. We have a special Monday morning macabre for you this week because scones, way back in the mid-90s when we signed our Sling and Dingers contracts, we made sure that we put a clause in there that granted Scones and I each a vacation once per year. And while Sling and Dingers is a mega evil super corporation, they have standards, you know? So Scones has taken his vacation this week. The Sling and Dingers execs came in, untied him from the rope hanging above lava, then in an unexpected move, brought in my wife Jenny and tied her right up there, which is probably like a crime against humanity to do that to somebody. But
Real hot up here.
real hot.
Real hot. I don't know why you guys do this. It's too hot above this lava.
We're businessmen and it's a contract and we have to fulfill it. So say hello to, I want to be like, say hello to Macabre Jenny. Full name. She will be the co-host this week.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of big pressure.
A lot of pressure. Really big shoes to fill.
You're sweating profusely.
It's really hot above this lava. I'm not going to be able to fill these shoes, but
Nope. Scones is a notoriously big-shoed man.
he is. But I can pop on a pair of slippers and shuffle the shuffle and see where we get.
We got chemistry.
I don't know. I'd call it biology.
I mean me and Scones.
Oh, well, yeah, that is true.
You and me, it's been rough.
It's debatable. I question my choices daily.
Yep. So for those of you who have not listened to the show before, each week, me and usually Scones, this week Jenny, bring a different macabre topic, thing, spooky story, what have you, and the other one has no idea what it's going to be, and then we just chat about it, we discuss. And Jenny's going to be bringing the topic this week.
I'm bringing the sauce.
She's bringing that spooky sauce.
I'm bringing that ghost sauce. Forget the pepper. It's just ghost sauce.
Just ghost sauce.
Forget the Carolina. It's just the Reaper.
Ooh. Are we hot ones now?
Just hot.
Forget
this
the
lava is sizzling.
And just quick update. Designs are being finalized for shirts and things for the merchandise. It'll be going up very soon. And what? You're giving me a look.
I didn't know about
quizzical
this.
Look. You didn't know about the merchandise?
You're trying to bring in that bacon, huh?
I mean, if you had listened to the last few episodes, you might have.
I got a kid to raise.
Oh, okay.
Got bills to pay.
What if this just leads to a divorce?
I might spook you so good you have to leave the house forever.
That's a good point. Well, enough fluff, you know?
Wait, who's that?
Oh boy, Fluff is our dog.
No, I don't. I don't mean who's Fluff. Like, who are they?
Oh, who, the executives?
No, what are these like instrument wielding men in the corner? What is this?
The instrument wielding men. That's a band.
Oh, is that what that's called?
Have you never seen a band before?
I didn't know that's what you called groups of instrument wielding men.
Yeah, so
they
Jenny,
look menacing.
First, you got to tell us what we're talking about, and then we'll tell them. See, the band's waiting patiently.
They're just staring at me.
Okay, well, you have to tell them what we're going to talk about this week.
So we're going to talk about a little lady that everyone arguably knows.
Everyone knows this woman.
Okay,
Michelle Obama's ghost.
Michelle Obama's ghost, and everyone knows her. We're going to talk about Little Miss Lizzie Borden.
Ooh, the
hack queen.
The wacky hack-a-mole. Lizzie Borden. Cool. All right, now you can tell the music.
No, I don't want to tell them anything. They're staring at me.
Instrument wielding men.
Instrument wielders, do your thing. Wait, no, that's not it. It's I think I just freestyled.
I should just make it do the acapella this time.
And there it is.
And there it is.
Thank you, band. Thank you, instruments that were wielded with such care.
Such grace, precision, and care from the band. As always, we thank you. Jenny, go ahead and tell us about Elizabeth Borden.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Is it just Lizzie?
Straight up Lizzie Andrew Borden.
Andrew.
Lizzie Andrew, you could just call her La Borden.
La Borden. Oh, yeah, La Borden.
Yeah.
That's like the most obvious way of a dad being like, really wanted a son. Just give her the middle name Andrew.
Definitely. So, Lizzie Andrew Borden, she was born on July 19th, 1860 in Fall River, Massachusetts.
Fall River kid.
Yep. To land of the Duncans. To Andrew Jackson Borden.
Andrew, dude.
I'm not making these up.
I almost think you are. Andrew Jackson, Lizzie Andrew, and Jack Lisberg.
The mother was Sarah Anthony.
You got Sarah Tony, Lizzie Anthony, and Andy Jack.
Andy Jack. So Andrew, Lizzie's papa, had modest upbringings and struggled financially in his youth.
Okay.
So I want to say, I don't know, but I want to say we all know what Lizzie Borden's whole thing is about.
I don't know.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
Ironically enough, her father eventually prospered in the manufacturing and sale of caskets and furniture.
Macabre.
Very macabre.
On theme.
And fitting. And he went on to become a successful property investor, among other ventures. Her father goes on to die.
Okay.
At the time of his death, his estate was worth $300,000.
That sounds like it'd be a lot of money for that time.
Well, let me tell you.
I make that like weekly, but that sounds like a lot for them.
Right. In today's times, it's $8.5 million. So he turned those caskets for a mean profit and became a property investor.
We're going to quit our jobs.
I'm just going to manufacture caskets.
Casket manufacturing. And this is we could get the business drummed up through the podcast, I think.
Yeah. We just need clients.
If anyone out there is dead,
to start dropping.
Yeah. If you guys know someone who is dead or is close and you want to send them
procure a casket,
we will pay for shipping.
Yep. And we will put a bedazzled spooky glizzy under the pillow in your casket.
For free. I thought you were going to say a spooky bidet.
It just sprays up spooks. Just ghosts come spraying out.
It's a
spooky bidet, spooky glizzy. You get to choose
inside the casket that sprays fog.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
I know. I want one for my toilet.
I'm gonna. These people, these listeners, know nothing about me.
No, they don't.
There's one thing I want you to take away about me,
yes.
All jokes aside, I love a good glizzy.
She does.
With some mustard. And whenever that good boy scones, whenever I eat a glizzy,
yes,
I usually don't want the bun. I let it get a little soggy, maybe a little mustard that's been on there too long.
Yep.
He loves it.
He is like a raccoon for glizzy buns.
He's a glizzy bun raccoon.
Yeah,
tried and true.
Yeah, he was at our place the other day, and he was like, "Hey, do you have any snacks?" And he just ate a glizzy bun.
And there it is.
Can we call glizzy buns glizzy jackets?
Like a glitzy jacket, but for glizzy boys.
I bet a lot of people were thinking they're going to stay on track a lot more because Scones isn't here. You are wrong.
It just doesn't happen. We don't know what that means. Lizzie also had one sibling, her older sister, Emma, and they are said to have had a religious upbringing. And as a young woman, Lizzie was even the Sunday school teacher for children of immigrants.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Quite. So they had a seemingly pleasant enough childhood. Unfortunately, Lizzie's mother passed away in 1863, so Lizzie was only 3 years old.
We've said Lizzie Borden by now, right?
We haven't. And I feel like we need to stop now. Issue a public apology. If anyone has been sitting at home going, why aren't they calling her Lizzie Borden?
Someone is yelling at their radio. Or
go ahead and write in.
Yeah, write in.
We're going to...
Send us a DM.
I'm saying I have nothing to do with this. I'm just filling the shoes over this lava-infested office. It's infested with lava. But write in. We will send you everything you need and you can take over because for us to let up on that is a sin.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Anyway, Glizzy.
So, Glizzy, Sunday school teacher.
Yep.
So they had a seemingly enough pleasant childhood. So, unfortunately, Lizzie's mother passed away in 1863 when Lizzie was just 3 years old. So it was only the girls and Andrew until 1865 when Andrew married their stepmother, Abby Gray.
Abby Gray. Grabby A.
Grabby A. We gotta drop the glizzy thing because I'm just gonna focus on hot dogs this whole time, and I love a good mustardy dog. But for real, Lizzie would only refer to her stepmother as Mrs. Borden, and they reportedly never had a close relationship.
That's a classic teen stepmom relation.
But she was 5 when she came into the picture, so you would think there was potential for a relationship growth of sorts.
But she was like, nope, I'm 5
she was like,
and I know
Mrs.
I don't
Borden,
like you.
GTFO.
Yeah.
But she didn't GTFO.
She GTFI'd. She got in. F in.
So tensions, they grew over the years as Andrew and Abby gave away multiple properties to various members of Abby's family.
Ooh.
And Lizzie would always believe that Abby married her father for his money.
I would believe the same thing.
I mean, I do believe it.
That's why you married me, right? Because of my massive, vast property?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sure. Anyways, yeah. As Andrew had become prosperous over the years, the family did not want for much. They even had a live-in maid, Bridget Sullivan, or her nickname,
Sully.
Maggie. I mean, where does Maggie come from? I don't know. Well, I do know technically where she comes from. She was from Ireland.
Okay.
An immigrant from Ireland.
Sully.
So maybe that's why they called her Maggie, but her name's Bridget Sullivan.
You're telling me an Irish person in Fall River's not getting called Sully? That is a crime.
Sully kid.
I don't believe it.
I could have done better. Sully kid.
Oh, that's such a good Boston accent.
Yeah, you know.
It is I, Sully kid.
What's your maid's name? Sully kid. Oh, cute. She sounds so endearing. So, let's get down to it.
Yeah, let's get to that biz.
So, many a year passes. Lizzie, while has a fine enough life, she's not really close to her father. She's not close to her stepmother. And then a couple things happened. So, we're getting close to the macabre event here.
Ooh, we're coming up to that macabre cinematic climax.
Yes. So, in May of 1892, Andrew killed multiple pigeons in their barn with a hatchet.
What the fuck? Wait, he just like...
Well, he thought they were attracting local children to come hunt them. So, I mean, weird dude.
He's
like, these pigeons are attracting the local children. I must kill them with a hatchet.
So he hates children, or I'm confused.
Or he was jealous that they weren't hunting him and they were hunting his pigeons.
It's like a reverse The Most Dangerous Game.
I haven't seen it.
No, you haven't.
But I'm going to agree with you. Sounds just like that. So Lizzie apparently had just built a roost for the pigeons.
Okay.
So she was deeply upset over her father chopping them all up, which... Okay.
How old was Lizzie at this time?
Well, this is 1892, so she's 32 years old.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, I mean, she's
plenty
old and well within her means to be upset that he chopped all of her pigeons up.
Killed her friends.
So, that is said to have upset her deeply. And then leading up to the infamous murders, which occurred August 4th.
Oh, tomorrow.
I'm going to say this was on purpose. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Just happy anniversary.
Just happy. This is happy.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Big fans.
That was in May, the chopped up pigeons.
Yep.
Now we're in August. So in the days leading up to August 4th, the entire Borden household was violently ill.
Mm-hmm.
There was a spoiled...
You're kind of giggling about this.
Well, it's kind of gross.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know why they got ill?
I mean, I looked up all this.
Oh, okay. Give me those. I knew. You research.
There was a spoiled mutton stew they all ate. Yeah, see, we laugh because A, mutton stew.
Mutton stew's funny.
B, it's
I don't care who you are.
rank mutton.
It's that ranky mutts.
So that was suspect to be the reason that they all got
Lizzie Borden
sick.
was serving up some ranky mutts.
And isn't it expected?
Yeah, I mean, if your name's Glizzy.
If your name's Glizzy, you're serving up those rotten muddies. So... They're all like, we ate the rotten muddies.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why we're sick.
Yep.
But her stepmother, Abby, had assumed they were poisoned.
Gabby A.
As Andrew was a well-known man for his monetary worth.
Oh.
Okay. So just tuck that in the back of your brain.
Initial suspicion of like maybe somebody's trying to off them.
Right.
And then someone was like, I got to be more direct.
Take that information.
Yep.
Do with it what you will.
Pack it up.
Pack it up. Put a nice little bow on it. And stuff it in the back of your noggin.
Okay. It's in there.
The day is here. August 4th, 1892. And I don't mean to sound like wicked jovial, but let's all be honest. The Macabres are here for that spooky.
Yeah, they're here for that double S spooky.
Yeah. August 4th was an extremely hot summer day. Andrew, the father, was out for his morning walk shortly after 9 a.m. Lizzie's sister, Emma, was away. It seemed like a normal day.
Yeah.
Just hot.
Abby,
the stepmother, goes upstairs to make the bed sometime between 9 and 10:30.
Okay.
According to forensic investigation, Abby was up there making her bed and was facing her murderer at the time she was attacked.
Ooh. Oh, so it starts early.
Yeah. Whoever, maybe Lizzie, woke up and was like, let's
it's go time, baby.
Yeah, this is it. So Abby was first struck on the side of her head with a hatchet, which cut her just above her ear.
Okay.
She turned and fell face down on the floor. Her killer then struck her 17 more times directly to the back of the head.
To the head.
To the head. All in her head.
So what? She like
17 more. So 18 times total. She's struck.
So she's okay though, right?
Well, yeah. She had a wicked headache.
Yeah,
oh my God. Migraine of the decade.
So
but
pop an Advil, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So clearly, if obviously there's aggression here.
Yeah, it seems
it's not just a quick pop.
It's not going for
chop,
efficiency.
chop.
It's going for overkill. It's not a pop. It's a chop. And that's what the police will say.
What I loved.
Yeah, tell me what you loved about this
is
situation.
The Wikipedia article says, in quotes, 17 more direct hits to the back of the head, killing her. I fucking hope so.
Yeah, right.
I assumed after whack number 1, she was probably down for the count, but they wanted to let us know. So, meanwhile, Andrew's been out for his walk. He returned from his morning walk around 10:30 a.m. and was unable to open the locked door. So he knocked in the hopes that someone would come let him in.
Okay.
So Bridget the maid went to unlock the door, but muttered a swear as the door was jammed.
Right. An expletive.
If you will.
And I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She would later testify she heard Lizzie giggling after hearing this.
Oh, that's creepy.
Par for the course.
Yeah, I guess. If you're 32 years old and someone's like, oh, shit, and you're like, oh, that's way creepier.
So funny. She did not see Lizzie, but stated the laughter was coming from the top of the stairs, which is significant because that's where Abby was already,
axed.
Literally,
figuratively, emotionally,
all the things.
Spiritually,
it's everywhere.
Metaphysically.
Wait, do your most delicious I don't like the face you're making with it. Your eyebrows are doing some kind of dance. Do it as deep as you can.
So tasty. Yum, 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 yum.
It reminds me, there's some movie. Deuce Bigalow.
Oh,
isn't it?
Gigolo,
where she's like, this is delicious. And she's rubbing like chicken drumsticks all over herself while she's lying on the bed.
I admittedly haven't watched all of those because I have taste, but that's fine. Moving on.
Rob Schneider is only the biggest award-winning actor there's been. But hey, if you have taste, I can respect that.
He is just legendary. It's like everyone says Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Rob Schneider.
No, we're not talking comedians. He's the most decorated, decorated like a veteran. But he's the most decorated actor of all time.
I see. He has the most Purple Hearts out of any actor.
So anyhow, Lizzie's upstairs, which is where Abby's dead.
Yeah.
Lizzie went on to deny being upstairs and testified that she told her father Abby was off to see a sick friend.
Wait.
What?
The maid said this?
I don't know.
Oh, Lizzie said about Abigail.
Lizzie, yeah, Abby.
Okay,
you guys aren't. I never said Abigail. You're Abigail not that really, close to her. I didn't know you guys were that tight.
Yeah,
Abby,
you should be worried.
A little. Abby was off to see a sick friend.
Ah.
So Lizzie reported Andrew came home from his walk and she helped him remove his boots and she lied him down on the couch to take a nice nap. How old is Andrew?
True,
3?
Yeah. What do you mean 3?
He's down for a nap.
Oh.
Lizzie put Andrew down for a nap. But whatever. So her pappy Andrew is down for his nap.
Pappy.
So anyhow, she wasn't feeling well from that rotty, muddy stew, and she went upstairs to take a nap.
Yep.
Bridget, would go on to testify that she was in her third floor bedroom, resting from feeling unwell and cleaning windows earlier in the hot day, when Lizzie called out for her shortly after 11 a.m. This is the quote. And remember, Bridget's nickname is Maggie.
Okay. Yeah, classic.
Maggie, come quick. Father's dead. Somebody came in and killed him.
Hey, way to convey information.
Hey, I did it. Couldn't have been any, please come. Someone
quick.
killed this
Somebody
guy,
has
my
killed
dad.
Father.
So obviously Bridget runs downstairs. Andrew was on the couch and had been struck with a hatchet-like weapon 10 or 11 times.
This is anger. This is anger.
One of his eyeballs had been split cleanly in two.
Shit.
He was still bleeding, suggesting the attack was very recent after Lizzie just called out for Bridget. So obviously, the police officers are called.
Yep.
And Lizzie's answers to the officers' questions were reportedly strange and contradictory from the start.
She sounds not good at this whole murder thing.
Nope. Initially, she reported hearing a distressed call. 2 hours later, she told police she heard nothing and didn't realize anything was wrong.
The classic. The old switcheroo.
The switcherooby.
She heard herself in confusion.
When questioned where her stepmother Abby was, she said she had received a summons to visit a sick friend. She later said she thought Abby was back in the house and had asked someone to go upstairs and look for her.
Okay, so we've already changed stories.
Lizzie doesn't know her ass from a crack in the sidewalk.
Well, shoot.
That's what I'm saying. Most of the officers that questioned Borden reportedly admitted they did not like her due to her attitude and constantly changing alibis.
Yeah. And the axe murdering.
Yeah, well, get this. Are you ready to get this? Are you going to pick up what I'm going to put down?
Put it down and we'll find out.
All right, that's fair. The police checked Borden's room, but at the trial, they admitted they did not do a proper search as Lizzie told them she was not feeling well and wanted to rest. So they just stopped checking her room.
That's... She was like, hey, I got to take a nap after all this.
She's like, listen, my dad and stepmom are dead. I'm just so
I just need
tired.
to catch some disease.
And the police were like, you know what? You have that right. And just let her be.
Thank you, police.
Yeah. So they didn't do a proper check of her room. They never checked her clothing for bloodstains.
This is insanity.
And they were, not surprisingly, subsequently criticized for their lack of diligence.
I bet. Do you think it's something where it's like, oh, back then women wouldn't do, like a woman wouldn't do such a heinous thing?
Well, there were people that said that because she was a Sunday school teacher and this was a well-to-do family. So the police did check in their basement. In the basement, the police found 2 hatchets, 2 axes, and a hatchet head with a broken handle. There was suspicion the hatchet head could have been the murder weapon, as the handle could have been broken off if it was blood covered.
She is so bad at this.
So bad.
Not even hiding.
You know what? No, the police are so bad at this.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it's like...
They're all just...
Everyone's dumb.
The 1800s people, brains are rotten.
If you're from the 1800s, you're listening, you're dumb.
You're rotten.
You're dumb.
So, in addition, the police said the handle appeared freshly broken, and the dust and ash on the head looked like it had been deliberately applied. What more do we need?
I know, yeah. Why can we not arrest... Oh, there's one person surviving.
To me, this is case closed. We got the guy, the gal. So now we've kind of been intermingling trial speak.
Intermingling... What do you mean by intermingling?
You know, I'm kind of like, in the trial, she said this.
Oh, I see.
Police see this.
Okay.
I'm kind of like
throwing in vocabulary that.
No, I'm throwing in little seeds of trial knowledge.
Foreshadowing, you might say.
Remember earlier, I asked you guys to take that knowledge and put it in a nice little package, the rotten mutton, and like stick it in your cute little noggins you all have. So cute.
So cute.
Well, let's take that package from the back of your noggin. We're going to untie the red bow, let it fall open. Okay. Because of the household illness prior to the murders and Abby's known concern over potential poisoning, Andrew and Abby's stomachs were tested for poison. None was ever found.
Oh.
So that mutton was just some funk ass stew.
Just not good at cooking.
I mean, I don't know what. Can we talk about mutton?
Let's chat. Let's welcome to Mutton Talks.
This was funk ass mutton stew. Some funk ass mutt stew.
Dude, that fams.
Like, what can I be so...
You may.
Mutton. Educate me on it.
Oh, are you asking, like, what is mutton?
In my head, it's meat? Like rabbit.
Yeah, it's like, it's a stringy meat.
Just any stringy meat?
It could. I mean, rabbit is my first thought as well, so it could be specifically rabbit, but I'm not sure.
So, something I have not mentioned yet is that Lizzie's uncle had been in town staying with them, but he wasn't at the house at the time of the murder. So the reason, though, this is relevant is because when he returned to the house after everything is said and done and the incident is known, he found Lizzie tearing up a dress. She explained...
She's so bad at every aspect of this.
She's just rotten to her little core.
Yeah.
She explained she was going to light it on fire because it was covered in paint.
Okay.
Because whenever I have clothes covered in paint, I have to light them on fire. Like, there's no, don't throw it away.
Let's get the cremator.
Don't clean it, just light it on fire. No other option.
She's not good at hiding things at all. It's like every single attempt she makes to hide something, everyone's like, oh, hey, you're doing that right now, huh? And she's like, no, yeah, I guess. And they're like, oh, go on, continue.
Exactly.
I don't know who's dumber. I don't know which party.
It's Mutt Stew.
Yeah.
It never was determined if she was wearing this dress when the murders occurred or not.
I have a
I think she was. But hey, what do we know? So Lizzie's hearing was 4 days after the murders on August 8th.
Okay.
So Lizzie's testimony was privately provided. She had been being prescribed regular doses of morphine to help calm her nerves.
That's lit.
Which they think might have affected her testimony.
Okay.
Her behavior was described as erratic, and she often refused to answer questions even if they could have been beneficial to her to answer.
All right, she just sounds like the morphine
absurd.
Seems like the primary culprit here.
Absurd. She often contradicted herself. Again, she said she was in the kitchen reading when her father arrived home. She later said she was in the dining room ironing when he came home. And then she later said she was coming down the stairs when he came home.
Yeah, it sounds just like someone high on morphine with an axe.
Well, no, they gave her morphine after because they needed her to be calm for her testimony.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold up. I thought you were saying she was on morphine to begin with.
They prescribed her morphine afterwards to keep her calm and then had her testify.
That's just good law enforcement right there.
Yeah, it's good stuff. The district attorney, the DA, if you will, was very aggressive and confrontational. I mean, as he goddamn should be. Because maybe he's the only one in this whole hullabaloo that...
With a brain?
Knew.
Yeah.
On August 11th, Lizzie was arrested and jailed.
Okay.
Because that DA had a brain cell in his head and was like, This
is very obvious.
Bish.
This bish be doing it.
Peach. This peach.
Where is he from?
This peach be rotten to his car.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you couldn't tell it.
Oh, it's Boston again, right?
Yeah.
Fall River
Dunkin'
accent.
Donuts. So, Lizzie did not take the stand in her own defense and privately gave her inquest testimony. Such testimony was later ruled inadmissible.
I mean, she's on morphine. It's all inadmissible.
Anywho, it also, these articles said she bit her lips, flushed, and bent toward Attorney Adams. So maybe a little flirting going on in this private testimony?
Oh, you think that's flirting?
If I'm biting my lips at you, flushing and bending towards you, like...
Oh, I see.
If a little eyebrow raise, a little lip biting?
Listeners, she did a physical representation of what... And it makes sense.
I don't think she bit her lip, flushed a toilet, and then bent down at him. Like, I think she bit her lips, gave a little blush or two.
I see. She did the old
She's
flirt ski.
And flushed. And they were like, we cannot accept this testimony.
All right, so she was trying to...
She was trying to make bodily friends with the attorney.
Wow, that is the worst way you can... Please don't raise our daughter and be like, when a man and a woman make bodily friends.
Yeah, I mean, they were just trying to make a skin connection.
That is sickening. And listeners are throwing up worldwide.
Skin connections. So, during the trial, okay, this whole thing is just a big hullabaloo.
Yep.
Lizzie Borden, just go flush yourself because you're a big poop.
Hard-hitting words.
The words of a new
when she gets political.
Mother. This is like new mother words. You're a big old poop and you should flush yourself.
If you're going to act like that, go flush yourself because you're a big poop.
That's like...
Yeah,
There's a sign. I wouldn't mind getting it. And it says, if you're going to act like a turd, go lay in the yard. And I love it. And it's true. So Lizzie Borden, go lay in the yard, and then, you know what?
Get dad
Pick
jokes,
yourself
Mom
up,
gets...
march yourself in, drop yourself in the toilet, and flush yourself.
Moms get mom analogies.
Mom nah.
Mom nom?
Mom nom. During the trial. All right, enough mom nah. During the trial, the skulls of both victims were brought into the courtroom.
They were
just the skulls.
Just the skulls. Where did the skin go?
They were removed during autopsy.
They removed the entire fucking face?
They removed the head. These people that probably, I mean, they're already all literally hacked up and should have just been buried.
Yeah.
They removed their heads and brought them into the courtroom.
Christ.
And Lizzie fainted upon seeing them.
Wow. Well, she couldn't have done it. She fainted. I mean,
right. Now, let's get a little more...
That's nuts.
Cray.
More cray.
I wrote this in all capitals because, what the fuck? Evidence was excluded.
Oh, as evidence should be.
That Borden sought to purchase acid the day before the murder. The judge ruled this incident was too remote in time to have any connection.
Remote in time? One day. 24
day.
hours
She was
prior.
like, I need to buy acid. They were like, no. And she was like, fine, I'll hack them up myself. And the courtroom's like, you know what? I don't see a connection.
Yeah. Well, how could that possibly be related to the actual murders?
So, anywho, testimony's inconclusive. About an hour and a half of deliberation, and the jury acquitted Borden of the murders.
That's insanity.
Apparently, there was not enough concrete evidence against her.
That's nuts.
Lizzie left the courtroom and told reporters on her way out, I'm the happiest woman in the world.
What an a-hole. What theories did the defense come up with?
I'm going to give you some popular theories.
Okay.
If you'd give me a chance.
All right, go ahead.
While she was acquitted, Lizzie is widely regarded as the known murderer of her father and stepmother.
I bet.
In the murder mystery world, she is a notorious figure, and there has long been speculation as to why she did it, assuming she did. I'm assuming she did. There's no question in my mind.
She's the O.J. Simpson of 1800s.
Sure. Like, O.J. did it, it's a fact.
Yeah.
Lizzie did it.
Lizzie did it and then wrote a book called If I Did It, How I Would Have Done It.
Right. And, like, I know your whole shtick on this here podcast is, we'll never know. I know Lizzie did it. Lock it down. Lock her corpse up.
No, I think a lot of times we're like, who knows? But this time it's pretty apparent.
It's pretty apparent. So one person,
and as parents, we can say that.
Theorist proposed she was in a confused fugue state.
Yep.
Another popular suggestion is that she was physically and sexually abused by her father, which led her to kill him. There's
can believe that.
Little evidence to support this theory,
never mind.
but incest was not discussed openly at the time. Another theory, and this seems to be a more popular theory,
yep,
is that Borden was in a romantic relationship with Bridget, the housekeeper, and was caught by Abby.
Oh.
It is then thought she killed Abby and killed Andrew as well when he reacted in the same negative manner. In later years, aside from this whole case, Borden was rumored to be in a lesbian relationship, which further supports this theory for some people. So who knows?
That's a cool
Maybe.
one.
Maybe.
That one's interesting, at least.
It is. Bridget and Lizzie did not continue any kind of relationship, whether personal or romantic, after the trials. But on Bridget's deathbed, she reportedly told her sister that she changed her testimony on the stand to protect Lizzie Borden.
Oh.
What else do we need?
Yeah, this is...
Someone's like, I literally lied to protect her. Whatever. I mean, hey,
yeah,
I'm not the cop.
Yeah, you're not the cop. Okay, so did Lizzie live out the rest of her life? And
she did. So after the dust settled, Lizzie and her sister Emma inherited her father's estate.
Okay.
So because Abby was killed first, all of her estate and everything went to Andrew. Then Andrew was killed next, and all of his stuff.
That's how they do it? They do it in chronological order of a murder?
They did. And then everything went to the girls.
So not only did they kill...
They made out like bandits.
They made like $8 million.
Yeah. Lizzie and her sister used their inheritance to buy a new house. Lizzie changed her name.
To Glizzy.
Well, for
anonymity.
Thank you. For those purposes, she changed her name to Lizbeth.
What
not Elizabeth. Lizbeth.
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 If you're going to change your name,
Yeah.
Don't go from Lizzie
Don't go
to
from
Lisbeth.
Lisbeth.
Like, be like from Lizzie to Donna or something.
Donna. Hey,
sweet Donna from Boston. Don't do that. So
Sweet Donna from Boston.
Lizzie changed her name to Lisbeth, but unsurprisingly was never able to escape her past, even though the court deemed her innocent. Of course
she wouldn't escape her past. It's very obvious that she's a real
dummy.
Piece of work.
Real piece of... You know what she's like? I'm going to tell you what she's like.
Tell me what she's like.
Have you ever been fondling around under a desk and you come across a wad of old gum?
Yep.
That's Lizzie Borden. She's a wad of old gum
under the desk of justice.
The desk, and you touch it and you go, ugh, Lizzie.
Lisbeth.
Anyhow, she was ostracized by Fall River and once again viewed negatively when she was found shoplifting in 1897.
She can't.
As if the murder wasn't enough, they're like, well, and she shoplifted.
Well, she took a Twix.
But whatever. So Lizzie lived until 1927 when she passed from pneumonia.
Good.
At the time of her death, she was worth $250,000 or $4.9 million in today's doll hairs. In her trust, she allocated $500 or an equivalent of $10,000 in today's money for perpetual care of her father's grave. Could you be any more guilty?
Yeah. She sounds like
you're literally dying and like, please just watch out after this because I
clean.
Like cut his eyeball in half. Yeah. Like, hello.
Look out, grave cleaners.
Anywho, so Lizzie Borden in the stratosphere of murder mists lives on, and everyone knows this story. The little riddle,
the song.
Go ahead.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, glizzy up that rotten mutt. Something like that, isn't it?
No, that was it.
How does it go?
No, that was it. You have to glizzy up that rotten mutt.
What was the? It's like I've heard it so many times too, and I just can't.
You call yourself a macabre master.
Hold on.
I'm sad for your heart.
Lizzie Borden, it was like something was so blank. She hatcheted her mom's little tank.
Oof. Her mom was already dead, you sick bastard.
Right, sorry, what is it?
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41. What's weird to me when I was like reading all this and mulling it over in my little brain here.
Yeah, your real
tiny mouse brain. Is that I remember like saying that, like chanting it as like a fun thing in like 5th or 6th grade. Like me and all my friends were like, Lizzie Borden, like what? Well, we weren't going around saying it, but like you learned it and you were like, oh, have you heard this?
When you were in elementary school?
5th or 6th grade is middle school.
5th grade is
not for me.
Elementary school for me.
Not for me, sweet sir.
Sorry.
But I remember us being like, oh my God, have you heard of Lizzie Borden? And being like, Lizzie Borden had an axe. And I remember telling my parents too, and they're like, oh yeah, Lizzie Borden.
Yeah.
So there is a rarely known second verse.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't know this because it's rarely known.
Yeah.
Andrew Borden now is dead. Lizzie hit him on the head. Up in heaven he will sing. On the gallows she will swing.
Oh.
I love it, and I can't wait to teach our daughter that someday.
Verse. We'll talk about that off the air.
Daddy, Lizzie's swinging from the gallows.
Jesus Christ.
There's been many movies, TV shows, books, all revolving around Lizzie's life and the murders. Apparently, there's even a song about her called She Took an Axe by Flotsam and Jetsam.
Cool.
There's an annual reenactment of the murders.
Jesus.
Can you imagine getting murdered and finding out like over 100 years from now, every year they're like, let's do it again.
Hey, everybody, this shit happened.
And just, you have to watch from heaven, hell, wherever you are and go, fuck.
Damn.
That sucked.
Yeah.
I was even able, and we will put this on the website. Oh. We, meaning Darcy.
Okay.
I was even able to find a recipe for Lizzie's meatloaf that was found on a recipe card at our house.
Lizzie loaves for everyone. First 5 people to write in get a Lizzie loaf.
I was about to say, well, I'm not saying anyone Lizzie loafs, but the first person who does that actual recipe and sends a picture of a Lizzie meatloaf will get a nice little Monday Morning Macabre sticker.
Yeah, you'll get a sticker.
And I know you're like, I'm just getting a sticker. You also got Lizzie Borden's meatloaf recipe. What more do you want?
Need or want?
That is a dream come true.
Get your loved ones together and make a Lizzie loaf. Because here at Monday Morning Macabre, we're about togetherness.
We totally are. And imagine you're sitting around the Christmas table. I mean, I don't know who's having meatloaf for Christmas. Maybe that's your thing. It's not mine. Maybe it's yours. You're sitting around the table. It's Christmas. Santa has come and eaten those cookies, drank his milk. You're having a great day. You opened your presents. You gather around the table and you go, family, what we have here is Lizzie Borden's meatloaf. And when someone says, what's measles? You go, let's discuss the 1800s. When someone goes, what is this Miss Borden's meatloaf? You go, she murdered her parents. This is her meat. Merry Christmas.
And a happy new year.
And so that's the BS that is the mystery of Lizzie Borden. It's not a mystery, but apparently it's one of the most well-known murder mysteries.
Yeah, it's 90% murder, 10% mystery. And the mystery is, how's that loaf taste? So thank you for listening, everybody. And that's Lizzie Borden. So we will send you a sticker if you make the loaf. We are people of our word. First person who sends the loaf gets a sticker. Make sure you follow us on our socials, Macabre Pod on Twitter, Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram, and www.mondaymorningmacabre.com. And make sure to keep an eye out for the merch. It's coming soon, along with that Patreon, and we will see you next Monday.
It's been real.
Boy.
Boy.